Vince DiFilippo here, owner and CEO of DiFilippo Service Company of Paoli, providing HVAC services to our community for over 50 years. We're going to hit this subject again. And we're going to hit it again because our service techs in the past couple weeks have run across a lot of air conditioning problems associated with this topic. And you know what they say? Repetition is the mother of learning. So again, here we go. Filter maintenance. Very simple. Dirty, clean. Dirty, clean. The purpose of the air filters: they trap and hold particles and contaminants. They stop debris from getting cycled into your home. Two important things. 3, helps keep your HVAC system running efficiently and unharmed. What does that mean? Dust accumulates on the blower, on the air conditioning coil, on all the components inside. That cuts down on your efficiency, shortens the life, makes it work harder. No bueno, it's not good. Basically, in a typical system, now this is a gas furnace with air conditioning. This is the furnace, the air conditioning coils up on top here. The return air, all the air that's coming from your house, from all the rooms, has to pass through the air filter before continuing on through the rest of the system. That's why the air filter is placed before your components, to protect them. We could put it above the furnace. It'll still filter, but we're not going to protect the components. So that's why it's very important to keep those clean. There's different types of filters, and this is an indication if you need a visual of when it's time to replace them. When you see the caking and the dog hairs and the puffiness, or you can't get the filter out of your system because it's so swelled up from the dust, you can't pull it out. You got to change it more often. There are different types of filters. We've talked about this depending on what your preference is. We've got the pleated filters, and you can tell they're pleated because they're bumpy, they're ribbed. And then we have a standard, what we call a rock stopper. Spend a couple dollars more and get a pleated filter. Be careful how many pleats are in the system. This one has very, very tight pleats, and what that does is, yes, it stops the dust, but also, in our opinion, and from experience of over 40 years, they tend to slow down the air too. These filters we're going to change every month, and as we get into better efficiency, we change them less. We're going to talk about that. Another type of filter is a media type filter. Okay? These we only change once a year, because there's so much filter area in there. They do a great job, and they don't restrict the airflow. Some of you, not a lot of you, because these things are going by the wayside, have an electronic air cleaner. And the electronic air cleaner has these metal cells, and you have to take them out every month. You got to put them in your dishwasher. You got to take them through the cycle, make sure they're completely dry, and then put them back in. Some people just take them out in the driveway, wipe them down, spray them down with a hose. That's great in the summertime. What do you do in the wintertime? These require a lot of maintenance, and they have to be done monthly. As I said before, this technology is kind of going away, leaning more towards a combination of electronic with the media. Best of both worlds. Now, if you have this particular type of situation, we've got an easy replacement for you. Boom, 4 inches wide, and it replaces basically the 2 cells. And instead of now going down every month and cleaning them things, messing up your dishwasher, once a year. And in my opinion, this catches more dust than those. Something to think about. How often should you change your filter? Okay, several schools of thought. Every 12 months. If you have this type of filter or any type of a media filter, it's very large, usually every year. It depends on your situation. Every 6 months, if you have pets, kids, you run your fan all the time. During COVID, everybody was home, and people that normally only replace their filter once a year were changing it twice a year because of all the activity. Every 3 months, those pleated filters, remember, not the super pleated, but the regular pleated. And then, of course, every month for those $3 rock stoppers. Tips on how to change your filter. Be sure to turn off the unit. We want to just be safe. Most of the times, the air filter is located in a position that's not going to be dangerous for you to get to, but it's just a good idea to turn it off. Number 2, make sure that the filter is the right size. Right size. Sometimes people can't get a specific filter. They think, yeah, an inch shorter won't make a difference. Guess what? If I'm an inch shorter on this, there's 1 inch where the air has easy pass. Okay, they don't have to stop at the toll. You want to force the air through the filter. So don't make them smaller. You can go a little bit bigger. Obviously, bigger is always better. If it doesn't fit, don't go shorter. Make sure that the filter's not damaged, it's not torn or warped, because you're going to get it in there, but when you go to take it out, you're going to have issues. If you pull that filter out and pieces drop off, guess where they're going? Inside your blower and through your system. Make sure the airflow direction is correct. All filters have an airflow direction, airflow. Typically, they point towards your heat pump, towards the furnace. If there's any questions about that, take a look at the filter that you pull out. That should be pointing the proper direction, and just replace it the same. Make sure you turn the unit back on, and once it's installed, to make sure it operates. Sometimes, and again, there's not very many of these out there right now, you have to physically take the furnace cover off to get the filter inside. All the furnaces now are equipped with a safety switch. If you don't put that cover back on, it's not going to run. So that's why it's a good idea, once you replace the filter, turn it back on and make sure everything operates. Consequences for poor maintenance. Past 2 weeks, higher energy bills, poor air quality, health issues. If you have asthma, kids have asthma, you got pets running around, filter's going to stop a lot of that. Stress and damage on your system. Remember, we're only going to get out of our air conditioner, our heater, what we put into it. And the classic example that I give my clients is, remember the old time vacuum cleaners? You put your hand over the suction end, nothing would blow out of the vacuum cleaner. As soon as you took your hand off, it would blow like crazy. Same principle here. If we're stopping the airflow from getting in, we're stopping the airflow from getting out. Very important. That puts stress on your furnace and on your air conditioner when we can't move the required air. It's very important. Thanks for watching. If you like our videos, please subscribe. Thanks.